Hey guys. Um, yeah, we are doing exactly what's written there. I'll teach you Mafia programming with Talatko and Lola.
Hey,
Say hey.
Hey guys.
Okay, so let's go to this. We are let me just close like 10 million tabs I got open. Okay, now it should work fine. Okay. Maybe I should turn on screen share. Would that make sense? And
I'm
thanks for the
watching the
host,
stream,
Lola.
so
Yeah, okay. That should also work. So
Yeah, me too.
we'll do stuff now. You guys need to get stuff, okay? I'll send you a link. Why did I close Firefox already? That was dumb. I need to the sharing link. Okay. So get the link, copy the link, send it into Discord, and here you go.
Oh,
You need to get all,
kabel.
yeah, you need to get all that stuff. That's important stuff, okay? So, we got a few requirements that you'll need. Firstly, you'll need a fresh installation of Mafia. Do you have that? Like, where you can do sandbox stuff, where you can try out things, you know?
Sure.
So if both of you have that, that's good. Now, next thing you'll need is Mafia Data Extractor, okay? That's in the Google Drive. What you can do with Mafia Data Extractor is extract all the .dta files, okay? Um, and next thing you'll need, well, actually, let's go talk about that when you already did the Mafia Data Extractor stuff, okay? So, if you have, if you're already done with a copy of Mafia, tell me if you are. Are you?
not currently.
Okay. Tell me when you
I've
are.
I've done that before the stream already.
See, Talatko is smart, Kappa.
He is.
I have a lot of copies of Mafia.
Just sound like a folder with 10 copies of Mafia. But
Yeah, I have like 7 copies of Mafia.
Talatko, that goes against the end user agreement. You
What?
accepted it. Yes. And
Why?
we will reverse engineer the Mafia. That also goes against the end user agreement of Mafia. We're doing so many illegal stuff right now.
Oh
Like,
no.
yeah,
Must be Mafia haters.
yeah, it's actually illegal to make a copy of the Mafia folder. That's not allowed. So yeah, that nobody has ever done that. Nobody has ever done that.
Okay, I have an
Understandably.
extra one now.
Okay, you got an extra one now. Now, drag in Mafia Data Extractor. The like the .exe. Okay, so what you'll need. Let me just show you. Let's go on my desktop. And go on Mafia. And you'll need this. Mafia Data Extractor must be in here. That's important. If you got it in there, then open it. And then you'll need to extract some files, okay? The sounds folder is for now we can extract that if you don't have it already. I mean you should have the sounds folder, right? Like
Yep.
you probably have
Yep.
it. So you need the missions folder, that's important. You'll also need the textures folder is pretty important. Also the tables folder. And for now that's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Wait,
so
actually,
missions. What else?
yeah. The stuff I have selected: missions, textures, and tables. That's the important stuff for now. Oh, hey quest. Obviously, I will. I will definitely do that. I will save this recording and upload it on my YouTube channel. So extract. Click on extract. I'll actually, yeah, do it, do it. That's why I upload stuff on my YouTube channel, to check it out later. I'll copy this on my, yeah, I have a YouTube channel. I'll copy this on my desktop, because there's a development version of the Hell on Earth mod in there right now, and I didn't think about making a vanilla version of Mafia myself, because I'm a Pepega. Yeah, this is really not that organized, because it was pretty last minute. So now, when you have all that stuff,
Still extracting.
yeah, the textures folder should take a while, because there are like a lot of things in there. Just press yes. Yeah, always. Fucking fivehead. So it's not working. Why is it not working? I love the Mafia Data Extractor. Interesting thing about Mafia Data Extractor, well, it's extracting. Not for me for some reason, but is that it actually got released like 8 days after Mafia got released. So
Side job.
wait, where is? I need to get this and then vanilla and then just drag that in. That should also work. Mafia and just drag it in.
Mafia-Sachen.
Yeah, Mafia Sachen. That's pretty much what it is.
Okay, finally extracted.
Yeah. So that took a while. Now, next important thing is the boss scene tree editor. That's like the thing you're going to use the most, okay? If you're going to want to program Mafia, okay? You're not going to need to put that in your Mafia root folder, just anywhere. And then start the thing up. So I'll give you a little tour of boss scene tree editor. What is also, hey USP, it's cool to see you. Actually, can I like put in a little chat box? That should work. That should work. Fuck, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. So you got it open? Tell me if you have.
You didn't really post a link to that file, right?
I posted a link to the boss scene tree editor. It should be in that Google Drive folder that I sent you. Should be in there. If not, then I'm a Pepega. Yeah, it's in there.
I can see. Oh right. There are those directories as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
I didn't download that.
Well, you know now. Yeah. So let's just go over the other stuff you'll need later. Like MafiaCon is important for testing, okay? Like it's just a thing to basically have a console and do anything with, but it's good for like flying and boosting your car and all that stuff. It's just a bit helpful for that stuff. So yeah, the Mafia script and data reference PDF is good for script and data reference. Just you just see a lot of commands and file names all that kind of stuff. So let's open something, okay? Let's open the go to your Mafia directory, okay, where you got Mafia, okay?
Yep.
Go to missions. And then you have all the missions that are in Mafia, okay? You got like Misa 01 is mission 1, so that would be an offer you can't refuse, okay? You got Free Italy, that's free ride small. So we'll just use this as an example, okay? Let's use Free Italy. So click on that and open.
Wait.
Yeah. I'll wait. So
Scene2.bin.
yeah, open the
That's one
scene2 the scene2.bin. The scene2.bin file always contains everything about the mission. Not everything, like there's also the scene.4ds, but that's another thing. Okay, that's something else. And also a lot of other stuff exists in there. But the scene2.bin like says, okay, this is the draw distance you'll have. These are the actors in the script. These are the frames and the inner scripts. Okay, so what is an actor? Would be the most important thing. An actor is a script, a human, something like that. An NPC, that's what an actor is, okay? So if you have Paulie, for example, that is an actor in the script. Or Tommy, for example, that is also an actor in a script. But let's actually...
Are the models not actors?
Like models, how it works, okay? An actor is most likely... It's not always like that, but let's go, for example, NPC, okay? An actor defines all the definitions about an NPC. How much health does he have? What is his shooting skill? Actually, let's look at that. Let's look at... Not to Tommy, that's... Fuck. Wait, let's just look for human. Wait, that's... Free Italy is a pretty bad example because this doesn't have any NPCs. Tommy doesn't count as an NPC in this mission, so let's actually use something else. Let's use just an offer you can't refuse. So we have Tommy here. Tommy taxi driver in this case. And that's the player. The player works a bit differently. That's just, okay, this is the player, and to be able to find him in the script and use him, that's why this exists, is at least what I can gather from it. But let's use Paulie. That's a human, okay? We got the actor Paulie. So go in the search bar on the bottom left and just type in Paulie, okay? Tell me if you got it. And I'll go from that. So you have then expand the actor Paulie. And then you got like name, the type, and the data, okay? The name just defines like how is this actor called. You can just go click on it, and then on the value, okay, if you click on that, you can just change that to anything. And then the actor is going to be called that, okay?
Okay.
That's
Is
pretty
the name
understandable.
even relevant for something?
Yeah, it is. It is. For finding the actor, for example, in a script. We'll go on that stuff a bit later, okay?
So
Now...
does it act as an ID or something like that?
Yeah, kinda. It's just like... if you want to like... I'll go into that later. It's just the
Okay,
name
never
of the
mind.
actor, the human for now, okay? So then you got the type of the actor. The type for this example is human, which is an NPC, okay? That's 27. If you would type in 5, okay, it would be a script. And 4 is hidden or something like that, and there are also cars and all that kind of actor stuff. I think that there's a readme for what each number does. So if I would put in 5, it would now be a script, as you can see. The script now. And it wouldn't actually function as an actor, as a human anymore, okay? Not like an NPC. Let's put it back to 27 and go into data. Now we got a lot of values here, okay? A lot of values. Unknown is stuff that we just don't know what it does, okay? So the OX6, we have no clue what it does. The character type just defines, okay, is this person my friend? Is he an enemy? Is he just like a guy on the street or something like that? So OX2 is friendly. You can actually see what all the character types are in the script and data reference. But that's not that important yet. We'll go into that when it's important, okay? The character type 2 just defines what voice it is. So that's also not really important. The strength just says, okay, he's going to deal that much damage to you when he punches you. The energy is pretty self-explanatory, I think. It's the energy. These are all not important. These are not used. And actually all the other stuff is not that important right now. What is important, however, is the script part, okay? Click on the value part of the script, okay? Now you got this. You got on the right side a lot of text, okay? That's what Poly does, okay? So let's go over this stuff one by one about the important stuff at least. So, what does dim do? The dim stuff. That's like almost in every script there's a dim. Dim underscore FLT3 and dim act 10, and then there's also like a dim act, dim frame, and all that stuff. So this stuff just defines how many things are there going to be in the script. So if Paulie needs to access Tommy, for example, that would be a 1, okay? But if you also needs to find Sam in the script, then that would be a 2. And if he needs to access the enemies, as you can see here, that would be another 3, because there are 3 enemies in this mission, as you know. You know there are like 3 enemies in the cars. And those are just called enemy 01, 02, and 03. So you need to find these actors.
What exactly do you mean by access?
What I mean by that is if you, for example, want to say, okay, Paulie, shoot this NPC, okay? Kill this NPC. If you want to tell him that...
interaction in general?
Yeah, basically. So if you have... If you want to say, Paulie, shoot this actor, he will need to know what actor he needs to shoot, okay? And you can just tell him, find actor 2, enemy 01. So that will tell him, okay, actor 2 is enemy 01. And then you can tell him, okay, shoot 2, okay? Like kill 2. And then he'll kill 2, which would correspond to enemy 01. Get it?
Yep.
It's a bit complicated to explain how it works, but it's actually pretty easy. So, actually, let's make our own script, okay? Let's put in our own script, because there's a lot of irrelevant stuff in here right now. So, let's click on the X on the bottom left to disable the search. And just go somewhere on the actors. I'm going on the actors Salina. That's a tram, by the way. And press...
Salina.
Yeah, that's for the non-Czech people. And press Control I. Okay? Now go to your boss scene tree editor root directory, okay? Wherever that may be, it's here now on my end. So go to your boss scene tree editor root directory. Did it?
Wait.
Yep.
Okay. I'll wait.
Yep, got it.
So go on DNC, okay? And now you got like every type of actor there is, okay? And frame and other stuff. So we'll go on actors, okay? And then we'll go on, actually, yes, let's use a script. So open script.dnc. And open it. Now you got a little actor called bounding box 5 script, okay? Expand it, and leave the name as it is right now. And you see that there are like on the data, there's like 4 things that are just completely irrelevant, and the script itself. Now this script is completely empty right now because it's just a placeholder, just 2 slashes. So what we'll need to do, what do we want to do actually? Tell me what we want to do. Do we want to like just give Tommy a weapon, for example? Is that an idea as a start?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so what we'll need to do is initiate how many actors we're going to need, and how many floats we're going to need, and how many frames we're going to need. For this example, we'll just need one actor. So we'll just type dim underscore act 1, and that tells the script you need 1 actor for the script, only 1 actor. Press enter, and there you go. You did your first line of code in Mafia. That's amazing. Great job, people. Now you need to find the actor you want to give the weapon to. So that would be find actor 0, comma, and then the name of the actor. So yeah, find actor space 0, comma, and then how is it called? The 2 quotations, exactly. And then you got a quotation, and then the name of the actor. You can also, like for the player, can work a little different, but this is just proof of concept stuff. So in this case, the actor is called Tommy Taxi Driver. So you type Tommy and then Taxi Driver. And there you go. You got Tommy Taxi Driver there. And just another time, quotation marks. And he'll find the actor 0, Tommy Taxi Driver. Now we'll need the command that tells him, okay, give him the weapon. In this case, let's look in the Mafia script and data reference. That's also in the English version. So download that if you haven't already. And open it. So we're going to need something to give somebody a weapon. That's pretty easy in this case. We'll just go to human, so H, and then we have something called human is weapon. Okay, returns the state of whether the actor has a weapon. Nah, that's not really fitting. So what could it be? Something about weapon. I actually didn't add it. Okay, I'm stupid. But there would be a human add weapon here. So that makes complete sense, okay? Human add weapon. That must be it. So that I didn't add it because I didn't need it yet, because it's way too easy, this command, okay? So you would have human underscore add weapon. That's the command. Most of the time it's like first word, underscore, and then the rest of the words. That's mostly how the commands work. So for this example, it's human underscore add weapon. Now we need the actor ID. So what might that be? The actor ID. People, what could the actor ID be?
Tommy Taxi Driver.
Yep.
but not the name. It's the number. So what number would this be?
Well, is it a 0?
It's a 0, exactly. You are correct. Now we need to type in the type of weapon it is. So let's just use a Tommy gun. That would be a 10. So now you get now another comma that tells him how much is in the current magazine. So that would be, for example, 50. And then another comma that would be the shots you have on reserve. That would be a 200, for example. So you got give him a weapon called a Tommy gun, which is a 10. That's also in the Mafia scripted data reference, by the way, which weapon is which one. The shots on reserve, that would be the 200, and the shots in the current magazine, that would be a 50. And we are done. Tommy is now
By
given...
the way, is it possible to actually overshoot those numbers?
Not... maybe it is, but like you can put this to 20,000 and he'll just have 20,000 shots, okay? Like for example, Sam in The Death of Art has 10,050 shots in his Tommy gun, I think. So,
A lot of bullets.
so it's basically impossible to just wait until he's out of bullets. So let's press apply on the bottom right, and now it's set. Now this won't work at this point in time. This needs a frame. The frame tells the game, okay, the script is here at this place in this rotation with this size. It's a bit weird for a script, but this would make sense for an NPC, for example. You need to specify where something is on the map. So this we'll just add another we'll expand the frames part, okay, and click on any frame again, press Ctrl I, go on DNC and then frames again. So got it?
Yep.
And just open the bounding box.dnc. That's just a simple this just contains the types that it is. It's a bounding box. It's not that important what a bounding box is yet. The position of the bounding box, the rotation of the bounding box, the scale, and position 2, which is completely not important, and the sector, which isn't that important yet. So this just the important part here is that the frame has the same name as the actor, okay? And since it's just bounding box, and the actor is also called bounding box, it's correct. Now the script will work. Let's save this file on File and Save. And it's copy protected on my end, so I need to check that off to not be copy protected anymore. So yeah, also yep, and then Control S is also an option. And let's open Mafia now and try it out. Let's just try it out, okay? So let's open this and go on your mafia.exe and open it. Pretty easy. Go on any profile, obviously, and then just load an offer you can't refuse. And now, if I'm not a complete Pepega, Tommy should have a weapon now. A Tommy gun. In the best scenario.
He does.
And, amazing! You made your first successful change in the script. For some reason the windows don't work. And he has a fucking Tommy gun. Amazing. I don't know why the windows aren't working properly on my end. That's weird. But we made a change to the script.
Yay.
Yay! So let's change something else. Let's not do something script-wise now. Let's change something with the frames, okay? You see that let's look for the frame taxi. You can guess how the frame of the taxi is called. It's just called taxi. And you have the frame taxi 9 model. That just defines that this is the model that we're looking for. This is the name.
We're just seeing Mafia right now on the stream.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice. Amazing. Wait. Need to close out of Mafia again. So now we're back here.
Yeah.
So you got the frame. It's called taxi.
No. Wait.
You'll need to search for taxi.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So now we have two options. Like, what do we want to change? We can change the position of the taxi, which wouldn't be that interesting. We can change the scale of the taxi, so we can change how big it is.
That would be interesting.
So let's change that. Let's change it to just 0.5 for now. So half the size, every single value, put it to 0.5. And it will be half the size of what it would be normally. Now we'll open Mafia again. And obviously save the file, that's important. Never forget that. And we have Mafia again here. And go on new game or something like that. And offer you can't refuse. And now the taxi should be half the size. It's that easy. So it's the physics are a bit fucked now because it's not made for half the size, but now we got the Tommy with a Tommy gun and a half the size taxi. So that's amazing. We're making some progress here. Let's close out of Mafia again. And let's add in a car now. Let's change the car he's driving. So the model, that's as easy as just changing the model of the car. Okay. So this model is called taxi 00.i3d. So what do we want to change it to? What?
Something weird is happening in my game. Well, the taxi is definitely
He would be tofu.
thinner, but it seems to have the same length. And same
Yeah,
height.
if you don't change, or if you only change one of the values, then it's like this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this is the z-axis, I think.
Oh
So
yeah,
if
okay.
if we would
That
change
makes sense.
this to 2 now and this to like 5, this would be completely fucked now and it would look complete papega. Okay, let's look at it just real quick to demonstrate what would happen. So let's click on new game. And the taxi model used in the cutscene is something else, so so now it looks like this. It's completely fucked. So it's like it just fails the mission because it's so fucked up, the collisions now of the taxi. So let's change it back to 1 now and change the model. So we got a few ways to do this. Firstly, we can just look in the models folder, which you may not have extracted yet. You can do that actually. Let's go on Mafia Data Extractor and please extract models. It's here you have models. A2.dta is models. In the Mafia script and data reference, I think there's like a list of every car. So that's another option that you can use. That's the better option actually. And you can also use the Czech version for this because it's just the car names, you know, that's just always the same. So let's open that real quick. Mafia script and data reference. We got it here. And scroll down, all the way down. it's a pretty big document. So now you have a lot of tables right here, okay? These aren't all important right now, but what is important would be this. Auto. That means car. So, you have every single...
Cars.
Yeah, oh,
Plural.
cars. Fuck off. It's obvious that cars are meant here. Okay, so you have every single car model. So what do you want to change it to? What do you want to change the car to? Just anything.
Lassiter V16.
Okay, so
Ford.
let's go. We have the Lassiter V16 Ford. It's a Cadillac, and that's the name of the file. It's catford00.4ds. So let's copy that and put it in here. But now, every time you use something in the scene2.bin, it's a .i3d file, not a 4ds file. So we'll change it to .i3d. And now, save this. Actually, this might not work because the search function is kind of fucked off this editor. Let's actually go on the X, and it should still be open. And see, it's not really changed. See that the model here actually says taxi.i3d. The search function is weird in this editor. So just change it to whatever. And now it's changed to that, and change it back to the normal thing, and it's fine. Now it's catford00.i3d. Don't use the search, don't edit anything when you're in the search function because it's just weird. Now save it again and open Mafia. And anybody in the chat, if you got any questions, let me know. I'll answer anything. And if you want to come in this Discord call, you can. I'll help you with anything. So, go on New Game. And now he should just drive a Lassiter V16 Ford.
Works.
And yeah, it works. As you can see, it works. I don't know why the window textures are that weird. I think that the maps folder is a bit modified. The vanilla maps folder I've got is a bit modified. I know it's a meme, but that's how it is. So don't question the weird windows. So let's just change it, leave it at that. That's fine. So we can change a lot of stuff here with the frames. The frames always just say, okay, like it's all the visual stuff you see. It's the position, the rotation, the scale, and the model. But there's also the sector, which, like I said, isn't that important yet. For starters, just always leave it at primary sector. That's fine. Yeah. So, next thing we could do is just add a completely new... Well, what do you want to add? Do we want to add like a completely new NPC or car or anything like that?
Can
Just
we add Vincenzo to the streets?
Obviously,
of
we
the
can.
Offer?
Yeah, we can. We can edit the... wait, are there actually pedestrians in this mission? I'm actually not sure. Are there?
Yes, there are.
So, there's a just search for pedestrians in the search function. And we have dummy 2, dummy 4 pedestrians and Manhattan people pedestrians. Those just said everything, a single person that is walking on the streets. So you have the model file here, which sets it, as you can see. This is civil, all the civil people and Sena people. What does Sena mean, by the way? Talatko, you should know.
Civil.
As
Civil. Means
civil.
civilian.
Amazing.
Civilian.
Okay, that's
It's so easy.
okay. That makes sense. You know, that's called like that. So let's just change every single file here to Vincenzo, just for the meme. So that all the people that are walking around are Vincenzos. I'm pretty sure that the model file is just called vincenzo.i3d. But let's check that. Let's just go in the Explorer and search for Vincenzo. And you see it's Vincenzo low actually. That just means it's the low poly version of Vincenzo. The high version means it's the high poly version for the cutscenes. So we'll just set this to Vincenzo and then low. .i3d obviously, not .4ds, that doesn't work. So just change every single one of these to Vincenzo low. And then we should have some Vincenzos walking around the city. And change that also for these. That's a lot of people. And this would also work for the vehicles, by the way. The vehicles also work like this. And actually, let's talk about this file for a minute. So every single pedestrian has a number linked to it. And then you also have the density ratio of this person. So for example, here 13 was police. And in offer, it's obviously 0 because there is no police. So there's a 0% chance of a police officer spawning. But there's a 2% chance of pedestrian 12 spawning. And another 2% chance of the other one spawning. Actually, this doesn't add up to 100, so it's not 2%, but you get what I'm saying. There's a 2 out of whatever the sum of this is, so that one of these is spawning. So now that we changed it, press Ctrl S and open Mafia again and go on new game again.
You always need to restart the game, right? When you change the files.
No, you don't. And now only Vincenzos are walking around the city, as you can see. It works completely fine. There are obviously not that many people walking around because it's... but this doesn't account for people in the car, you know, that's something else. But the people walking on the streets are now Vincenzos. That's how...
screwed something over here.
You screwed something over here. What did you screw over? Are there now no pedestrians or something like that?
I do have pedestrians, but they're not Vincenzos.
That's weird.
In my case as well.
That's interesting.
Oh, I see the problem. It's Vincenzo, not Vincenzo.
Yeah, always make sure it's Vincenzo and then low.
Yeah, but it's
Check the spelling.
to replace all the names.
I'm not that sure which pedestrians walk around, so I can't help you with that. So I need to change every single value of these because I'm not really that sure. And also the pedestrian thing here sets how many pedestrians there will be. So like the maximum count and the spawn radius of them. Like are they if the player is looking like 200 meters in one direction, are there going to be like in 150 meters, are there still going to be NPCs spawning in and all that stuff. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Like you can guess what spawn radius means or despawn radius. Like it makes sense. And that's a lot for Mafia. There's a lot of very self-explanatory stuff.
Okay, I got it working now.
Yeah. So we got that. So let's actually,
It seems that everybody that's driving a car is a grandma.
yeah, that's you know, that's weird. I'm not that sure why that happens because it was on my end too. I'm no expert at this game, like, but I know some stuff. Okay, like this I know, and that's like one of the things that I'm still really curious why they happen. Um, Call Beta to find out. I'm not even sure if Beta knows why that happens. So let's go out of boss scene tree editor now. You've seen a lot of stuff in boss scene tree editor, but actually let's talk about one more thing. That's the init scripts. Okay, the init scripts are the stuff that happens before the player spawns. Okay, so you can set anything in here, like anything. Give the player a weapon, spawn these NPCs, and you're not going to see any delay, you know? So, for example, if you would just put in spawn this NPC in a script somewhere, then you would still see the NPC spawning in. But if you would put it in the init script, you wouldn't see that. And also, you just don't need to use as many scripts if you're just going to use this. That's just something simple. You can use this for testing a lot. That's all. And yeah, that's basically it. Now let's open the Mafia editor. The Mafia world editor. Wow, this version of Mafia world editor doesn't work. Okay, amazing. So let's go actually in here.
Wait,
So that's the
did we download
Mafia
it already?
Mafia
yeah,
Extractor or Mafia?
Mafia world editor. It's called edit. Wait, unable to load. Oh yeah, that we need to put in the mission path. That's a root directory you need to put it to. I'm pretty sure. Wow, I should have looked at this beforehand. That's not that smart of me. Is it editor.ini? It actually might be editor.ini. Yeah, that's it. Here. You need to put in the path of your Mafia directory. So just go in here and put in your Mafia directory into that Mafia path.
Mafia.
In the Mafia editor.ini. So, or .ini, or however you want to call it. And open Mafia editor now. Do you have that done? Did you get it?
Yep.
No.
Okay. Go on the Mafia world editor. Go on editor.ini, right click and click on edit. This is bearbeiten in German, so edit. And then go on Mafia path and change that to your root directory, which you can just copy out of your Explorer.
But if I open just Mafia editor, it opens perfectly.
Oh, well, why isn't it still not open? That's weird. You know, yesterday this worked. Maybe it's because I put all this stuff. Wait, actually, let me put this in like my normal desktop. That may just work.
That's because your desktop is top secret.
Yeah, it is. And I still have something open. What? Oh yeah, I've got the data reference open. That's why. Still, what do I have open? Oh yeah, that editor.ini. I've got it in my face when I got open. Okay, wow, that's quite an achievement. Now it works. See, so you got this window.
Yep.
Got it. So and you can now go on File and load any mission. So let's load missions / just use Mise 01 and no dash. It's actually only Mise 01 in this case. So this loads the entire An Offer You Can't Refuse map. You can look at everything that is in this map. and there's like the frames that are in this map, and you can
Wait,
also yeah.
there is some warning that some parts of the mission could not be loaded and were skipped. That's okay? Is it okay?
Can be okay. Just press on OK and see if everything is fine. Like, do you see this? Something like this?
Yep.
Okay, well then it's fine. Then it's fine. Then didn't load something completely irrelevant. So, Lola, do you have this open?
Yes.
How
Okay.
do you navigate there?
Click right click into this and then just WASD. Right click into this.
That's not working in my case, but maybe it's because I'm using different keyboard layout.
That's really weird because I'm pretty sure a Czech person made this. So it would be pretty weird if it wouldn't be working with a Czech keyboard.
No, it's
so-
not the Czech keyboard. It's this is problematic. I'm using Dvorak layout, so I'm now pressing M to go forward. Oh no, it's not M. Well, it's a different thing. So this will be more challenging to control the
Okay,
program.
so let's go, for example, to where an offer you can't refuse starts. And you can actually see it also saves the stuff that we made as, like, we changed. So it's now the taxi is a Cadillac 4-door. Can you see that? What I'm seeing?
Yep.
And this is always more visual. So if you want to like change a position of somebody, it's way easier to use Mafia editor than Boss Scene Tree editor, as you can imagine, because you can actually see where everything is. So if we would want to change like his rotation or something to 90, we can just do that and see immediately how it's changed. And not needing without the need to test all that stuff out. I'm really not sure why the window texture isn't working. It's a bit weird, but we can also in the settings we can enable draw debug visuals, and then we can see all the scripts and all that stuff. So we have, for example, the supervisor, which I think that makes sure, for example, is Tommy dead, for example, or Sam, or Polly, or did the car flip, quote unquote. And also like other stuff, like for example, the yellow stuff is always a light. This is a light. So you can see on every single light post there's a light. On that. Makes sense. Again, and yeah, this is how that works. So you can also, if you want to go around the map real quickly, you can set the camera speed to like 30 and then like go to Little Italy real quick and go to look to Sayeri's bar. What are these scripts called? It's really helpful to find out how something is called, for example, this editor. You know? So this, for example, I think this checks if the car is here or something like that. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Maybe this is actually the detector. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So that's what this editor is basically for. There are also a lot of other things, like for example, if there's something green like here. For example, that's sound, and yeah,
Like a
that's
ship
how.
horn sound, or
Yeah, for example, that's what this stuff is. Yes, and you can see like this is how Chinatown looks. This is the entirety
there's
of
also
Chinatown.
something purple under the bridge.
Yeah, that's. I'm pretty sure that's something with the bridge. Maybe I'm pretty sure that maybe something with the bridge, but I'm not completely sure with that one. Maybe that's also the actually the city music changing.
Right.
that might be it. Because there's another one here, and like there's like basically on every part where you go into some quarter, there's like a purple thing. I'm pretty sure that that's that. So you also have your current X, Y, and Z coordinates, which is really helpful if you want to, like, let's say you want to have an NPC here. You can change the camera speed to like not 0.1. That's a bit really slow. But just go here and copy these coordinates into boss scene tree editor, and then you got the NPC exactly this location.
Okay.
Makes sense again, you know? Yeah, so that's what this is for. I'm pretty sure that that's it for Mafia Editor for now. So you can also add stuff like models in this, but I always use Boss Scene Tree Editor for that. You can use this. You can just go on model, click here, and get it, and give it a name, the sector, and then the model. That's not really that helpful for me. Yeah. So next tool we can try out is the Mafia text editor. What can we do with the Mafia text editor? You may ask. We can edit the text in Mafia.
First need to download it.
Yeah, so I'll just open this. This is Mafia text editor. So this is how it should look. This is another one that is pretty self-explanatory. So if you got this open, tell me, both of you.
I do.
Yep.
Okay, so now on the top left, go on open, and then go on your desktop and open Mafia, and then go on tables, go to your root directory of Mafia, and then go on tables.
Mm-hmm.
And then most of these are pretty not important now, right now. But what you'll need is the text database that you're currently using, whatever language you're using. There's a text database _ that language. I'm going to use DE because that's what I'm using right now. And open that. File access denied because it's still copy protected. Okay, maybe I should change. Oh yeah, right. I'm stupid. Okay, let's go to this and let's go on right click and not this one actually. Only the Mafia one, and just uncopy protect everything in there. Okay, there's a lot of stuff in there, so wait a second, and it should be done like now. Yeah, now, and open it, and now you got every single line of text in Mafia. You can edit these.
File.
Yeah. What? End of file? Maybe you opened the wrong. Yeah, that's at the end. Yeah.
When you scroll down.
Yeah. So you can change anything here. You can change this to be like. Oh, this is actually a newer version than I was using. Okay, that's interesting. Well, this is actually pretty nice. Okay. Okay, I'm using an older version, I'm pretty sure. So you can change this to like, I don't know, testing Mafia BS and save that. So now, but for the Mafia editor, text editor, you'll need to reopen Mafia. Because Mafia always loads in the whole tables folder, because it'll need it in the whole game, so it can just load it in for the whole entire thing. And now you got testing Mafia bullshit. on the top of your main menu. That's how easy this editor is. And you can also add in text, you know. For example, if you're making a whole new mission, you can just add in a string, type in the ID you want to use. So let's just use like that's an ID now, and put in the text whatever. And then you got a new text ID called whatever. And
Alright, we just can see the game, not really showing right now.
Wow,
Yeah.
I always forget to close the game. Wow, sorry. So now you can just add in a string, give it the idea of whatever, just type anything in and hope to God that it's not something that's already used. And then the text you want to use. Just smash on your keyboard a bit and then you'll probably have an ID that's not used. And then we can actually use this ID. Okay, let's use the editors with one another. So we use the Mafia text editor. Yes, go and save obviously. And remember this. Let's actually copy that and go on boss scene tree editor again. Open that one again. It should be somewhere over here. Yeah, here it is. And open like any mission. Let's open any mission, okay? Like let's open offer you can't refuse again, okay? That's an option. Go on init scripts to just make it easier. And let's make a mission update, okay? So if you have like a mission objective, there's a command called mission update something. I'll actually need to look that up real quick how it's called completely because I'm not that sure currently. Mission update or mission objectives update or something like that. Yeah, mission objectives, that's the command. So the command would be mission underscore objectives and then put in that. Oh wow, okay, that copying didn't work at all. Okay, maybe that's not how you use Mafia text editor. Then you just remember this number and put it in here. So it would be 7537. That should be it. Yeah, that's it. So go on apply, Control S, and it should now just give you that mission objective as a mission objective in Mafia. That should work. If I'm not a complete papega. So try it out. Reopen your game. Don't forget that because tables need to be updated with reopening the game. And actually, it didn't work. Okay, well then that's annoying. Okay, let's close out of Mafia then. And actually, it's oh yeah, I know why that happens. Actually, I know why that happens, because probably how this game handles it is that there's like a mission objectives remove at some point, and it just removes the mission objectives we just gave it. Okay. So there's like some point here where it removes this. So let's just put in a wait 1 second. That would be a wait 1000. 1000 equals 1 second. So put in a wait 1000 here. And now it should just give you the mission objective, whatever. If I'm not a complete papega, that is. Please work. Hope to God that works, and that's always... And it still doesn't work. Why doesn't it work? Okay, that's a bit of a thing. But normally this would work, okay? This would obviously work. This is pretty easy. So this is just a bad example. You probably can't put it in the game init or something like that, but this would definitely work, okay? You can also add, yeah, sure, exactly. You can also like use these text strings for subtitles. So if you put in any .wav file and put this as the same name as the .wav file, then it will put that as the subtitle. So let's do an example of that. So you would have, for example, the text. Verdammt, zu spät, ich hab versagt. That's the text, the ID 17990271, and if you would look in the sounds folder, then there would be a WAV file called 17990271. And then you can just use enemy_talk with exactly that number, and it'll just, and the enemy will say exactly that with those subtitles.
It's actually a bit scuffed. The ID is different for me.
Yeah, that's not really important, you know. But in general, that's the ID is pretty. The number is something else. By the way, this number is completely irrelevant because that's always different. So the number is for every language, that's a different number. These numbers you should actually just ignore because they're misleading. If you want to like translate something, for example, don't use these numbers. These are pretty bad for that job. Use the ID. That's always the same. So I can tell you, if you would have this ID 17990271, it would be like, damn it, I'm too late. I fucked up, or something like that, in English.
Okay.
And the same thing in French. Yeah, that's Mafia text editor actually, pretty much. And I now found out that there's a better version of Mafia text editor that I should be using. I'm always, I'm still learning.
By the way, I could open the table files, but just once, and I can no longer open any files. It just
Really?
says. Wait a second. Blank _fr.dev is not a valid Mafia text file for some reason.
But is it really called blank _
Blank, like a language.
I'm
just opening. I'm selecting the files from the.
Yeah, then you used the wrong one. It's not called language. It's called text database. TextDB.
Oh right. Sorry.
That's the issue. Yeah. I made the same mistake. That's normal. Sometimes actually you can open these with the text editor and you'll actually see what's in them, but not every time. And just for a little heads up, the menu file for menu folder. And this is this is empty for Mafia text editor, but there's every single menu that is in the game is saved in here. So the championship menu, why did I use an unused menu as an example? Okay, the game over screen, the main menu, all the options and all that stuff is saved in there. I'm pretty sure in the .dat folder there's all the mouth movement and all that stuff for every voice line is in there. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So, is there really? Okay, Tofu. What? Okay, that's weird. Sad. That's sad. It's not about Mafia. It's about a German political party. Okay. Okay. Actually, let's. What do we want to do now? Do we want to stop for now, or do we want to continue with some coding stuff? What do you want to do?
Let's carry on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's carry on. Okay. Let's make something. Like not you. Let's not use this. This is a bad example of a mission because you can't even exit the car without getting a mission fail. Okay, so let's use a different mission. Let's use Misa 03 Morello, which is the city part of Molotov Party. So go in here, open it. Got it? Got it?
Yep.
Tell me.
I'm opening the editor. Now opening the file. You said Mr. 03
Yeah, Morello.
Morello.
Yeah, that's the city part
Okay.
of. It's basically all on every other mission than on the first three. And for some reason better get used to it. The city part is always called Mesto, which you can guess Telatko, but not Lola. So let's make let's add in an NPC that does some stuff. Okay, let's just make an NPC. So let's do Control I to import something. Again, go on your boss scene tree editor again, and on DNC again, go on actors, and add in the human.dnc. Hey Jörka, yeah, we are learning. Well, I'm not learning, but the people in chat hopefully, and Lola and Talatko are learning a bit of Mafia programming. You can rewatch this on my YouTube channel if you're interested. So let's open human.dnc, and this is, we got the actor model. Let's recall that. What do you want to call it? We'll just use an NPC.
Ega.
And Pepega. Okay, let's use Pepega. We got the NPC Pepega, and we'll also add the frame to not forget. So let's also do Control I here. Go again on DNC frames and add in model.dnc this time, and change this to the model to some model that we want to use. So let's actually, that's a really good thing I also put in the Google Drive that shows you like every single model name there is in Mafia, okay? And also what it looks like, okay? It's called, I think it's just called like 3D models. Yeah, that should be the name. So let's go on characters.chm and use some character. Let's go here and use any character. Let's use Big Dick. How about Big Dick?
Okay.
So bigdick.4ds is the name. So bigdick.i3d. Don't forget that. So
Where is that? Actress?
yeah,
You're going too fast. I was.
yeah, I'm going to. Okay, that's fine. So there's wow, let's close that, and let's go on the three. There's a 3D models thing in the Google Drive.
Oh,
which you
I
could-
need to download something. Okay.
Yeah, you need to download that.
3D models.
Yeah, that's the name. Yeah, and then click on characters.chm.
Yeah, I need to first download it. That's gonna take a while.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll actually use the toilet real quick. So I'll be back in a second.
I'm learning a lot here.
Yeah, me too.
Are you in the monthly race this month?
Yep.
Okay, looking forward to seeing the race.
Thanks. You could have joined.
Yeah. Didn't really feel like it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Hey, Peter. We are just
Hey, Peter.
learning with the last one. And of course, everybody in the chat too.
I'm back. We are teaching. That's what we are doing, Peter. So, let's continue where we left off. We got this file now. So let's just use this. We don't want to use big dick, right? I forgot. Okay, let's change this to bigdick.i3d. I mean, and
But why are we using the model like X bedna, whatever that is?
that's just a placeholder. I'm pretty sure that xbetna. Wait, let's actually look what that is. There should be
A crate.
Oh, it's a crate. I would have guessed that, but I wasn't sure. Because there's a lot of those files, so I wondered at some point what does that even mean, and I looked it up. So,
Wait, so instead of the crate, we have big dick now?
yeah, the model now is set to big dick, okay? Yeah, and now we'll set the position of the model, okay? Now, it would just make sense to put the position just like where Paulie is, for example, because he's really close to the actor. So let's just look for Paulie and the frame of Paulie. So we have frame Paulie 9 model, and let's put the position here. Let's just put that in. Actually, that's a bit bad. We should have used Mafia, Mafia word editor for this, because now it's like every single bullshit thing we have to put in here. So so now we'll need the fucking model. I think it was called. Yeah, it was just called frame model, and copy this in. I think the next one was -5.5. I'm pretty sure. And the next one, I'll need to look. Just go on Poly back, and you can just copy that in from my end then, or something like that. It's 28. Oh yeah, that makes sense. That's true. You are true. You are true. Yeah, you are true. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense, Peter. Thanks for the advice for next time. That's true. You are true. So, we now got Big Dick at the same position as Paulie. But that would be a bad idea to put it like exactly where Paulie is. So let's just put that off by like one increment, I guess. So save that, and let's just see if he's there. Just test it out real quick. Go back to Mafia and open it. And see if Big Dick is standing in a T-pose. And doing nothing and has no collisions. That's how it should be. So, go on Molotov Party, the city. And he should just be standing close to where Paulie is, or something like that. I'm not sure where Paulie spawns, actually. Should like spawn somewhere over here. Maybe actually at the start of... Why is everyone a grandma on my end? I'm not sure why that is. Why isn't he here? Okay. Am I stupid? Did you save? I did. That's weird. Okay. Wait, is it Big Dick? Like just Big Dick? Yeah, it is just Big Dick. With MW, yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. Let's use Mafia word editor for this job then. That would make more sense. So Mafia editor is just the name.
We can't see it.
Oh yeah, fucking Mafia. It's weird because it's just a screen recording. So it's a bit weird that it always just only captures Mafia if I do that. So let's open Mafia editor now and look for him, because it can be a little unreliable if you do it this way. So let's open Mise03 Morello. So it's actually pretty good that this doesn't work, so we can see the other options on how to look for an actor, for example. So let's load this in, and search the name model, because that's just the name of the frame. It's just called model. You have to put in the exact name of the thing in this editor, by the way. And why is he here? That makes no sense. Did I fuck some coordinate up? I'm pretty sure I did. Because that's just weird. Let's just call the frame... Ah, fuck off. I'll just look real quick. So what is the coordinates of poly? I fucked something up real bad here. Minus the 1. Yeah. And then it should be minus 5.5 and minus... No, it's 28, not minus 28. That shouldn't make that much of a difference, though. Maybe it does? Oh yeah, it's not that far away, actually. Yeah, then it makes a huge difference, actually. I put in a minus 28 instead of a 28. That's a big difference. Yeah. So, now... we need to go back to Big Dick. Actually, let's call him Big Dick now, the frame, because it's... no, we named it Papega, right? Papega. So we got the frame Papega out, rename it to Papega. It needs to be the same name as the actor. Again, important. Put it to the same name. Put this to 28. And now we got these positions, like these coordinates. Do we have these coordinates? Other lies you can tell yourself. Yeah, totally. Okay. Do you have these coordinates now? And that name? Tell me if you do. If you
something
don't.
similar, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I
If you
was
got
watching
something similar.
instead.
Okay. Yeah, model is a bit weird because the type is a model too, so looking for it is a bit hard. So let's go out of the search function now and actually test it out now. Now he must be next to Pauly. Like, he must be next to Pauly. So go on some profile and again just load Molotov Party the city. And now there's a big dick standing there. I don't know why. Oh, he's on actor behavior aggressive, and that's why he's attacking me. He's on actor behavior 10 or something like that.
So the crate is usually aggressive.
No, that's just because he's a human. You know, you have to. These are different things, okay? The frame model can be used for anything, okay? So that's just a placeholder for any model you want to use. But the actor human can only be used for humans, and that's like separate. So you crate, for example, normally doesn't have any character types, obviously, because it's just a box, you know, that doesn't have the character type aggressive. So let's go to the actor again, to the actor Papega, and change some stuff here. So character type 1 we'll change that to O2 to be a friend, okay? Because aggressive is a bit bad. And then, what do we want as a voice? That's again, there's in the Mafia data and script reference thing, there's a table about the voices. So let's look at that table real quick. Somewhere over here it must be. No. Here are all the voices. So the voice 0 is Polly. Voice 1 is Sam. Voice 2 is Sayeri. So let's put it like to Luigi or some shit. And so that would be a 5. Let's put it to 05. And we got, now he would definitely sound like Luigi. The energy is normally at a 150, so let's put it to 150.
No, let's make it 1.
Okay. Let's. I'm. Maybe 1 would kill him actually. So that could count as dead. So let's put it to 2. That should work. So X10 is 16. That's hex as well for both character type 1 and 2. So OX10 is 16. Oh, so what you're saying is it would be... What would that be in hex then? Would it is that in hex as well? It can't be, because that goes up to 20 or something like that. That makes no sense. Huh. That's... I'm bad at hex, so let's just keep it as it is. But
yep, beta is right.
oh yeah, okay, so to do voice 10 it would be OXA. But 5 would be fine, because 5 is just 5, even in hex.
I wonder why the volume actually in the editor needs to be in the hexadecimal format.
Yeah, that's a good question why these are in hex. I'm not sure. It's not like they need to be.
I mean, in the actual game files, sure, but why in
Yeah,
the
it's
editor?
yeah, that's just weird. So now left hand, right hand, left leg, right leg. These are not used. These are actually used for Mafia Chaos mod chat control to send like get the data and all that stuff. What is being chosen, because they are just irrelevant. So reaction speed 1, aggressivity, intelligence, shooting. You can put like, let's put shooting to like complete Pepega, okay? 1 is pretty good, but 0.1 is complete shit. So now he'll hit nothing. Sight 1 is normal, hearing 1 is normal. Mass 80 is also pretty normal. I'm actually not that sure what the mass actually matters, like how that matters in any way. I don't know. Maybe that's another thing that's not really important. Beta, you can probably tell me. And yeah. So now let's make some code for Pepega. Let's give him a weapon first. Let's do the stuff we already did. So let's make dim underscore act 1 and find the actor Pepega. Find actor 0, comma, quotation marks, and Pepega, and again quotation marks. And then human underscore add weapon. And this time we'll actually look in the thing here and look what weapons there are that we can use. This is the thing. It's in check. So we'll use a weapon to shoot, you know. So give him what do you say? What are we going to give him?
11.
11.
Pałac i brokownice.
Obviously, the only weapon that's still... And, okay, I'm pretty sure that's The sort of, right?
Nope,
Oh.
that's the pumpkin.
Okay, I guess it could have only been one of two things, and I guess the wrong thing, obviously. So, we'll human add weapon 0, because that's the actor, remember. Then 11, that's the weapon ID. Then,
And 8 and 32, right? Or something.
well, yeah, exactly. We can also, let's put it to like a 3000, something like that. Just as showing a proof of concept, and put this like to 15 to show you that it's not important that these are fitting numbers. They can be whatever. So now, let's make him say something. Okay, that seems like a reasonable thing to do. So I'm pretty sure that I got this in here. There's like a here, human underscore talk. I didn't put in what it does yet, but it's simple. So you got like the XX is the actor, then you got what type of what he's going to say, and ZZ isn't that important right now. So let's put in human underscore talk and 0 again for the name of the actor, and then what he's going to say. Let's look for something for him to say. So there's all these files. So we got like, for example, this one. Aus und vorbei, for example. So we'll use this ID 00940083. I put in that. I'm stupid. Why did I do that? Don't do it, please. Don't rename that. No. Okay, I'm a faker. Why did I press Ctrl V? Okay, let's use this one, whatever this is. This dying sound. Nice. He's going to do a dying sound now. That's good. So we'll have this here. And this should already just work. He's going to say this now. And the other parameter, for example, you can set it to basically 2, for example, is ambient or something like that. So you're going to hear that all over the map. But if you just leave it at nothing, just don't put anything here, it's going to be like in a radius around the character.
Right.
So, and let's also make it something for him to say where there's a subtitle for that to demonstrate subtitles. Okay. No, that's bad. That's a bad one. That doesn't have. Okay. So ein Scheiß. That's also a good one.
Und? Hat es was gebracht?
I'm not sure which one. Oh yeah, that's one with subtitles. This one has subtitles. It has to be like one, for example, if you're talking to say or something like that. It's obviously going to have some sort of subtitle. That was Idiot Joe right there. So he is going to say that now. And actually, let's also put in a wait command here, because he's just going to say it layered. So let's do a wait 5000. Wait is pretty easy again. It's just the milliseconds. It's just milliseconds. Okay? So 5000 would be 5 seconds. So let's just open Mafia again. Where is Mafia? Here it is. Let's open it. Pretty annoying that I always have to change, have to close the game. It's normally that's not the way it would work, but because I'm streaming this, for some reason it does that. So let's load the city again and try it out. If you don't say this now, I'm going to look like a dumbass. You're not saying it. Well, oh, no, it works. Wenn Ihnen die Kassenbücher gibt with some subtitles. So now we can also kill him, and we'll have a pump gun with normal shots, because I think the game just changes it to the normal shots if you pick it up, I'm pretty sure. So, if you would, on the other hand, give like Tommy this weapon, just with these shots, he would also like have 3,000. So let's also do find actor 1, Tommy.
We
Do
can
it.
see the game again.
Oh yeah, haha, I'm stupid, I always forget it. Fucking hell. So let's do find actor 1, Tommy. And give him the same weapon. So just copy this stuff and put this to a 1. And I'm pretty sure, by the way, that you need to leave out the zeros here, because that's why it didn't work. Pretty sure. But I'm not completely sure of that. Because he didn't say the first line. And now there's a problem with this. It's pretty easy, the problem. What could the problem be here? Why wouldn't this work? Why wouldn't Tommy get his weapon now? Any idea? No?
No.
Well, because we didn't tell the script, there are 2 actors in the script. So you will only find the first actor and not the second actor. This happens a lot. That you just forget the initialization part here and wonder why the fuck isn't this working? That's why it's not working. Let's save that again and let's try it out now. And he'll have a weapon that's impossible to have. Theoretically. So, Molotov party, the city. He again doesn't say it. Maybe that's just an idea that you can't really say. I'm not sure. Yeah, now we have a completely impossible pump gun that has like 15 shots and a lot of shots on reserve. So this works. Now we'll go on a really important thing about programming in Mafia, okay? This is important. The labels. These are important parts of programming in
Quit the
Mafia.
game again.
Yeah, I need to quit the game. You're right. I'm going to get used to that at some point. So, we'll use a label, okay? Label. This says the game, okay? There's a point where you can go to here. So, we can call this anything, just leave out spaces. Don't use spaces, because that just fucks with it. Let's call that Widega. Some bullshit like that. So, and now we can say, put in anything here. Like, let's say, I think that's a car explosion thing. We can, like, for example, find the actor. Would that be the actor actually, or would that be the car or the frame? I'm pretty sure it would be the actor. So, oh, nice Alexa. So,
Haustür hat einen Besucher.
amazing. So, now we can set the car just, for example, I'm not sure how the car is called. It's probably like called 40 something. Yes, 40.03.i3d. Oh no, wait, maybe it's car? How is it called? Auto, it's probably the auto. Pretty sure it's auto. Is it the auto? Auto frame model. Yeah, it's that. It's the name of the car is auto. So
It's so unique.
yeah, that's an amazing name for a car. So let's go back to Pepega, our old friend, and find the actor auto and put this to 3 now. Don't forget that, important. And Let's use the command that maybe that's also a bit of a bad command because you can't really that's a bad command for that one. Let's use something else. Let's actually not use that command because that's a bad command for this example. Let's use something you can notice that it's happening over and over and over and over again, like a voice line. So let's just use this voice line because it's easy to use this and wait 1000, just 1 second of wait, and then go back to Ydega. And then it goes to the label Ydega back, and then it does the command wait for 1000 and goes back to the label Ydega. Okay? Press apply. And open Mafia again and try it out. And then he should just say the same voice line every single second over and over and over and over and over again. So the city. He's going to have to come to that part of the script. So now he's saying every single second he's saying the same voice line. This is pretty easy. This is just an example. You can do a lot of with this command, obviously. You can also just like say, okay, if you're done with this label, go to a label that's like completely down low and there's a lot of other script part in between of that. You know, so you have like the label kill me with some code. And yeah, okay, every time. So you have like the label kill me and there's a lot of code in here, like I don't know. And then you have the label enemy, I'm not sure, and then he'll just go to the label enemy and skip the whole kill me part, you know? That's the idea here. So what could we do as an example now? Like what tell me, what do you want to do? Do you have anything in mind? What do you want to do now? Like try anything out. Just anything. That's probably a command for what you're trying to do. So I can help you with that.
Can we give Tommy more speed or something?
Yeah, we can. We can do that. So let's give him more speed.
After we kill him.
After we kill him. Ooh, yeah, that's smart. Okay, let's do it. That's a good example, Talatko. So we'll use the command called, I'm pretty sure I actually have this one in the, yeah, it's in here. It's actually translated. So we have the command human get property that returns the value of property ZZ of the figure is a bit of a weight of a weird of the character, I guess. XX to the variable YY. So we'll use this command. It would be human underscore get property, and then we'll set what actor we want to get it from. That would be 0. I'm pretty sure that's, yeah. And then we have the variable. Now we are going into variables, okay? We want to have a variable, and we'll just use variable 0, okay? So use 0, comma, and then what type of thing we want to get, okay? We will want to get the energy. So we'll use energy, comma, energy. So now we are going to go into if statements. Ooh, if. So we'll just type if and then the variable. Every variable is called a float. So it would be FLT, okay? If FLT, and then what kind of variable we like what variable we want, and we want variable 0. So we need brackets, the you know, the not the just these, the brackets, okay, and put in a 0 in the middle. So now we have if float 0 equals, and we want 0 because we want to detect, okay, if here the human 0 has energy 0, you know, then is a comma in this case in Mafia. Then you go to -1, which would be the next line, and then if that's not the case, then go back to y-dagger. Okay, get it?
Yep, but
Yep.
it's kind of ugly.
Yeah. So
I guess there is no, there isn't a way how to make it more, I mean,
visual.
clean.
Yeah, not really. So this you can either set this to a label. Okay, this could either be a label or -1. That's the two things you can always do. Like -1 is always next line, or a label. So we could also put in kill me here. So let's actually do kill me. Let's use the label kill me here as an example. So let's go over this. Get the property of human 0, which is, as we see here, Pepega, and return it to the variable 0. And what type of property we are going to want to get is energy. So if the variable 0 is 0, so the energy, then you go to kill me. If it's not, you go back to the label y-dagger. So now we'll actually put some code into this and not just gibberish. And we want to put in human set property now. So human underscore set property. I misspelled that. Human underscore set property. And then you want to find the actor 1, which is Tommy. Put in, wait, I'll actually need to look if that's the way you do it, because I'm not quite sure. So we'll look for human set property this time. Sets actor x-axis property to zz to the value yy. So we are going to use the variable 0 again, because we don't need it here anymore. And actually, we need to set it beforehand, but we'll do that after the fact, and put this. What Discord are you in? Dix what?
It's
What's the...
Discord.
Oh, okay, I didn't guess that. We are in our own group. Should I add you in? Are you interested in being in this group call? And as I said, anybody else who wants to get in this call, you can, and you can do this with us. That's no problem. Do you want to get added in? I can do that. But this is hard stuff.
This is
Yeah,
too complicated for Peter.
Actually, let's put on the chat now. Maybe you can see that if we'll... Oh, now I know why it does that. I need to turn this off, and now it would work. Okay, now I can actually... I don't need to close off Mafia every time. So let's actually just do it now and wait for Beta to respond to my question. So let's actually set the float that we want to whatever speed we want. So this is a percentage in this case. So float 0, let float 0 equal... Sure, get me in. Okay, I'll send you a friend request. I think I need you to be... Yeah, you need to accept my friend request for that one. And I can add you in. did you do it? Wait. Oh yeah, you accepted it. Okay, well then let's see where you are. You're there. Okay. Wait. No, add you into here. And there's Beta. Hello, Beta.
Hey.
Hey there.
Yeah, you are indeed famous. Nice that you're here, because you're even more of an expert here. I'm not an expert. That's not what I was going to say here. I'm definitely not an expert in this. But let's set this float to like 200 or something like that. So put in 200 here, and then set the human's property energy. We want not energy, speed. Is it just speed, Peter? Is it just speed? Yeah. Okay, it's just speed. Okay, and label enemy. I'll just remove that. We don't need that.
But wait
so
a second. I thought that the variable 0 is the HP count of Pepe.
yeah, but we don't need it anymore because that's already gone. You know, we will not go back to the label Ydega. You can use any other variable, but for the sake of this, we'll just use the same one. So let's initiate another the float. We'll need to do that. So dim FLT 1, because we have one variable in this code now. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So
you set speed to 0?
oh yeah, wait. Isn't that the variable?
You can put in a variable or a number.
Oh, that's interesting. You can do that?
For
Okay.
a variable you do FLT 0.
Oh, you would do FLT 0, okay. But it works for human get property, right? Then it's just 0. Okay.
Okay, then I
Makes
guess
sense.
you don't have to set the variable if you can.
Yeah, you can.
Directly.
I'm just doing it this way now. You can also put in a 200 apparently. So beta dropping knowledge. So open Mafia and test it out. So this should just work perfectly. I wouldn't know why it wouldn't work.
Is the normal speed 1?
I'm pretty sure it would be.
The normal speed is 1, but when you do human set property, you're setting a percentage. So 200 would be speed 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I'm not a Pepega. Okay, so let's go into Molotov Party again. And we got good old Big Dick here, and kill Big Dick. And now you should get a. Wait, did I set the wrong? I'm pretty sure I said. Wait, no, I said Tommy. Am I stupid? I'm pretty sure I'm stupid. Because this doesn't work. He's definitely not twice the speed. Beta, help me.
One thing is that a human's script stops working once the human is dead.
Oh, really? That's nice to know. I didn't know that. So let's actually use a different human. Oh, let's put this in a script then. Let's put this in a script. So just copy all the stuff. He's going to say everything twice now, but that's how it is then. So let's actually duplicate good old Pepega and put its type to 5 to 5, which is a script, and rename him to Poggy, some bullshit like that. And yeah, I just realized that that's going to be the same then. So that's actually really nice to know. I didn't know that. Okay, and
But you said if the actor type is not human, then it's not gonna act like human.
Oh yeah, I just well, he's just going to ignore all the character stats then, right? If you have this as a script, and these are in here, right?
Oh yeah, you
Well, would it just not work?
properties in there?
Yeah, I do. Because I just copied the human. Or should I...
Scripts have different properties.
So I shouldn't use this. That's what you're what you're saying. Okay, well then the import a script. See, I'm definitely not an expert on this whole thing. So I'm also still in the learning. So let's put this to Poly again. And data, let's put this to what he did. So let's just delete those two things. And we'll want to get this all this stuff. And then have the frame Poggy too. So just fuck off. Have the frame, a bounding box frame now. We'll need that and put this to Poggy again. But the position is completely irrelevant because it's just a script, obviously. So we don't need to care about any of the positioning, scale, or rotation or anything like that. So
something like in range, like detector in range, then we need the position.
yeah, obviously. Then we need the position. So I saved this already, so we can just now we don't even need to exit out of the game, as you can see. I press fucking new game. I'm stupid. Okay. So let's load Molotov Party, the city, and now it should work perfectly. So if we kill him, I now am twice the speed. And I wasn't before. So that's how that works. It's pretty easy. So that's pretty self-explanatory again. But and yeah, there's also other stuff like events that are pretty important in Mafia. So do you want me to explain that? Or do you want to continue another time? What do you say? I would be up for it. I'm just saying if you don't want to continue, then I won't force you. You know?
We can do something more.
To let go?
Up as you wish.
As you wish, okay.
Work,
Okay,
works
then...
for me.
Okay. Oh, fuck my legs. Oh, fuck. Okay. Why do I always sit like that? That's stupid. Okay. Let's use Poggy for this one. So, let's say he is now the speed is now 200%, and now we want to like activate an event in another actor. So you want, for example, if he detects that the other one is dead, then you want in another script you want to say, okay, then like enable something or something like that. So like load a mission or something like that, you know? So for example, if you kill Sam or something, then you want to set an event in Death of That. Get it? So we'll just use the command set event, and we'll need to make a new script where we'll have that event. But for now we'll just use the actor 3, which is for now it's nothing because we didn't create the script yet. But we'll say set event 3, and we'll just say the event is called do it or something like that. So then there's another comma. After that event is done in that other script, what will this script do? Like, where will it go? We'll just say it'll continue in the next line. So -1, like in the if command, you know? -1 is next line. So, now...
Otherwise, would it jump to a label?
It would...
If you specify a label?
Yeah, we can also put this like to say after the event in the other script is finished, go to like Ydega or some other label that we didn't define yet. So we can also like create a label called um, yeah, let's just call it fucking Pepe Golly. So we got the label Pepe Golly that it'll jump to after the event. So we need to set this to Pepe Golly too, and then just like have something that's going to happen. Let's actually, as a sign that the script is finished, we'll have to explode the car, the Ford, so that's not completely irrelevant that we put that there. So let's look how the command is called. It's something about car. Oh well, I still have the mission part. Car underscore something, or maybe not. Is it not that?
Car explosion.
Car explosion. That's just car underscore explosion, I think. Okay, the search function is completely fucked because it's a PDF that's not really working. Like the text recognition on this PDF is kind of fucked. So let's look for car. It's under C, obviously. So we have here we have car. So here's all the car stuff. And we have car underscore explosion right here. And then here explosa outer XX. XX equals ID or actora outer. So we can actually see what that's obvious what that means, okay? So we'll do car explosion, car underscore explosion, and then put in actor 2, which is the Ford that you're going to use in this mission. And then just nothing. Then it'll just go into nowhere, the script. So let's just duplicate the script real quick to save us some time and rename it to let's name it Beta is cool. So Beta is cool. We got the actor Beta is cool, and then we can like set an event here, and that would be just the event name, and then what the event is going to be. So it would be do it, is what I call it. So event do it, and then we can set anything in here. Like, let's set the property of Tommy to be like the. Let's set some property of Tommy. So, can you set the property of Tommy like the size? Is that possible with this command? Or
Yes,
do you?
that's not a property.
That's not a property. So what command would that even be?
It's the scale of the frame.
So yeah, that makes sense because that's not the actor. That's about the frame because frame is all the physical stuff. Frame set scale. That's the name. Okay, so we need to find the frame this time because we need to edit the frame. So we have frame 0, comma Tommy. That would be the name. So we have the frm underscore set scale, and then just 0, which is the scale. That's the frame, I mean. And then is this another percentage-based stuff?
We will need 3 variables.
Oh, so it would be variable 1, comma, variable 2, comma, variable 3, comma?
No, actually, this is one of those that you put in one variable and it takes the 3 adjacent ones, like 3 variables starting from there.
Okay, maybe this was a bad example because that's pretty
It's actually
five.
good.
It's is it not? Okay.
So say that let's say that I do this.
Okay. Now he's the tutor because this is even. So frame set scale 0,0.
So what if that is it sets the scale on the x-axis to be FLT0, on the y-axis to be FLT1, and on the z-axis to be FLT2. So before this command, I just need to set the three variables to whatever I want.
Okay, so we could also just keep it where it is or something. I mean, so this would be FLT0, FLT1, and FLT2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll put in FLT0 equals.
That's FLT0.
Oh yeah, let FLT0. I'm stupid. Let FLT0 equal like 2 or something like that, and then let FLT1 equal 3 or 5 actually. Let's make it. Let's not do it completely proportionally. And then FLT2 is like, I don't know, 4. And then it just sets the scale of Tommy. And then we need a return to tell the script, okay, this event is done, go back to the other script. And also let's put in a wait up here because it will just execute the event otherwise. So let's put in a label wait, go to wait or something like that. To not just like if we wouldn't do that, it will just when the game starts, it will just go to the event and execute it. So that we don't want that, obviously. So and also let's initiate the frame. So we need to say this has one frame, this script.
And 3 floats, right?
Yeah, 3 floats. Oh, true. And actually no actors. We can actually remove all the actors because we are not going to use those anyway. So we have just this. This is all we need. So now, let's test this stuff out. So load Molotov party.
Should be important to note that when you set an event, the script that started the event will pause until the event is finished. That's
Yeah.
That's like how we did the old Sarscape.
And so a car exploded immediately when I killed him. Because that set the event, and that then set the scale, which we didn't even see because it was just way too fast. Let us actually put in a wait 5 seconds in here to not die immediately. Not tutorial. So let's load Molotov party again. Get out of the car. Wait, why didn't it wait now? Peter, explain. Why didn't it wait?
Did you save?
I did. Here, I did. Definitely. Wait. We didn't set it here yet. We didn't find the actor yet. That's why.
Yeah.
We obviously need to find the actor 3. That would be... So, that's the actor. And then it'll find the actor 3. Does that. And then, yeah. And if... And also, yeah. That's it. That should be all we'll need.
Dim Act 4.
Oh yeah, obviously Dim Act 4. That's also... I always forget that. That's a huge problem with me. I always forget what to do. Like the dim _ act stuff and all that stuff. I always forget it for some reason. So now it'll also change the scale of Tom. It didn't. Okay, now I'm confused. Okay, now you need to tell
Did
me
you call
why.
the event correctly?
Do it. It's called. Do it. Okay, now I'm I'm completely confused. Why doesn't that work? That oh wait. Oh, because I'm stupid. I didn't set a frame yet. Ugh. Such a simple mistake, you know. So we need obviously also need a frame for that script. And now it'll work. Fuck me. Completely forgot the fucking frame. Don't load moonlighting, please don't. And now.
Job.
Huh?
A Nebenjob.
Yeah, the Nebenjob. Exactly. Okay, now it actually set the scale, although it still just didn't wait for some reason, but it's actually set the scale. So that worked somewhat. Although I don't get why it didn't wait, but yeah. So we discussed what events do and how they work. That's another really important part here. And actually, that's basically that's the most basic stuff that you need to know for programming in Mafia, you know? That's the important stuff. Labels, events, how to let a float be something, if statements, like the find actor stuff, the dim underscore whatever stuff, how to set a model, how to change text in the text editor, and there's also a lot of other stuff. So if we want to do this anytime again, we can. Yeah, and there's obviously a lot of commands, 64 A4 pages full of commands to be exact. Which are all in here, and also some of them are already translated by me and Google Translator. And yeah. So, do you have any questions? Any at all? Do you still want to test?
No.
Okay, so if you still want to test something out, we can do it now. And if not, we'll continue this class if you want at some other point in time. And yeah.
Definitely, we could do this again.
Yeah.
If there is something more to learn, then sure.
Yeah, there's other stuff to learn, obviously, like fuck you, Epic Launcher. Nobody likes you. So, yeah, that's it for now. So, I'll end the stream now. Thanks everybody who's been watching and learning with us. And we'll see each other some other time. Bye.